Somebody's gotta say it. That's why Ellie's music are inside your video set. That's why the real conservative lives here. This is the final closing. TimeFactor. Video commentary thoughts. Okay. Stop the music, please. Stop the music. Anyways, it's me like the music. Guess what? According to Fox News, this is very, very, very mad. This is very angry. This is the whole riot that I ever heard in my entire life. This is what happens. You don't try this at home because this is gonna be worse. This is what happens according to Fox News. And I know because I gotta do my final closing TimeFactor video commentary thoughts. I know. So here's the purpose. You don't want to know about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens. This is what you get for. This is all that violence and all that stuff. This is according to Fox News. Maryland governor calls it out. National Guards as gangs attacks Baltimore cops sets on fire after Gray funeral. After this Freddie Gray funeral has a funeral because the building has a set ablaze and stores has been vandalizing all that and roving gangs who attack police, torched patrol cars, widespread looting sprees and violence following the funeral of Freddie Gray. Funeral for Freddie Gray, and he's a black man who died in a police custody, and that's why the police reports has 15 officers, including injury, the mayhem, and 27 people are arrested. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the purpose you don't want to know. Why in heavens on earth you try to put up violence like this? Seriously, because all this is going on and all that. Maryland governor called the National Guard late last night after the whole riots has attacking the police that have no clue whatsoever. But here's the thing you ought to know about this one. Entering 15 cars, entering 15 torch the cars went on, and those widespread things went on widespread looting sprees in downtown sections of Baltimore, and here's why. And here's why. Because this is gonna be worse. Governor Larry Hogan issued a huge statement late Monday, late last night, saying that he was declaring a state of an emergency, calling up the National Guards these acts of violence. Get it? The acts of violence, destruction of property, cannot be tolerated. That's what he says at a late night press conference. But in addition to this one, he says, here's what he said. He's deploying 50 state troopers, 500 state troopers, and asked 5,000 officers of neighboring states to deal with those violence. Because it little seemed to able to quell the violence. A massive fire has broke out last night in a building. Could be under construction, and the Baltimore mayor spoke that said according to AP, the liberal media, mainstream media, says relating to the riots. Baltimore. You see, here's Baltimore's Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake has announced by 10 p.m. Announced that here we go, tonight, 10 to 5, 10 p.m. all the way up to 5 a.m. curfew will be imposed. That is tonight. That's what she said yesterday. yesterday, and that's why she also said emergency officials were constantly alert as they tried to restore calm that the firefighters tried to put out a blaze at a CVS store were hindered by someone who sliced the holes into a hose connected to a fire hydrant. So, Baltimore, what about Baltimore police? No, what about schools in Baltimore? Yeah, closed because of the riots. Here's riots, and here's why. Because the riots are because you see the riots, looting, and threats of further violence following the funeral of Freddie Gray, and Betty died last Saturday. Died a week ago, and has been injured in police custody. Gray, you know, Gray, he was 25 years old and being transferred a police vehicle who suffered an injury proved a fatal. And that's why yesterday the police said that it was an online call, was issued a purge at 3 p.m. Him and you could see all that because tweets all over the place from the Baltimore police and news dispatch, news footage, and there's a group of it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary to me. Juveniles in area or uh, area of the mall blocking traffic, and reports are throwing rocks at the police. Uh-oh. So what we're gonna do about this? Now here's the purpose. Nation Islam's Carlos Mohammed told the Daily Beast, yeah, Daily Beast the liberal, says at the rally they made the call and that they must be united on that day. It should be commended. Give me one of the reasons why. Seriously, give me one of the reasons why, Carlos. This is no. Here's the purpose. Every time you see Michael Brown shootings and all that stuff, and Ferguson, Missouri, holding protesters like Occupy Wall Street or what have you? Don't you think it's don't you think it's obvious that the violence has gone too far? No, no. This violence has to end this way. It has to stop. Wait, because last Saturday the protest turns ugly. I mean, seriously, it turns ugly. And you see what happens next in our list? Here's the purpose. Because you heard all those stories. You heard all those stories about Michael Brown or Trayvon Martin, or you heard that Ferguson, Missouri has riots, all that stuff. Because I don't like that at all. This at all. And just remember, my dad told me to do, because these are we're at war. My dad's right, and so is my parents. It's so is my friends. So is Father Jason. This is gonna be worse. I mean, how long has been going on? Think about this. If everyone tried to throw rocks at each other and and imagine this. Imagine you're a kid. What would you believe if you everybody's trying to throw everybody kid kid has to go inside the playground, and these kids try to throw rocks at these uh, at a little small kid and all that stuff. But guess what? Guess what? The riots, all those violent protesters. This is gonna be worse. Kids, Kids, listen to your parents. Don't listen to those no no good for nothing protesters, buffoons. Just listen and learn. Do as your parents told you to do. Kids, parents, listen to their children. Children listen to their parents, as far as we're concerned. Because you know why? Because violence is a waste of time. Seriously. Because you know why? It happens. If if ever if if anybody wants to throw a rock or a pop bottle or glass at the police, guess what? Police will arrest you. Seriously. Police will arrest you, as far as we're concerned. So think about this. Think about it. Because you know what? It has. It happens. Happens. Happens like this. When someone happens to this, think before you do these things, stupid things like that. Like this. And see, it happens. And give me one good reasons why. It's time. It's time. It's time to stop those violence. It's time to stop those protesters. It's time. It's got to stop. Period. No more throwing rocks. No more pop bottles. No more or trashing the police things. It's got to stop. I've been there. So is my dad. And so is Father Jason. So is Barb. So is so is my friends and family and others at work. But you need to come first. If if Baltimore has got to stop, if Baltimore has more violence than anybody else, guess what? It's time for you, America. You need to wake up. Seriously, you need to wake the hell up and get some serious thinking. And all of you need to do something from now on. I don't know how the building has set ablaze, throwing rocks and bombing stores and all that stuff. But it's time. It's time to wake up, America, and stop the violence before it's too late. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Period. I'm going to put a poll question on my TimeFactor website later on today and see what's up with that. In the meantime, Facebook can follow me at facebook.com and twitter.com. You know my username, LHMusicTime, so it's TimeFactor website at lhmusictimefactor.jimdo.com. So it's TimeFactor page on Facebook as well. I got to go, and I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm signing on from LH Music. I salute you, America. Take care. Bye-bye for now. See ya.